Getting back here to Los Angeles, man, I walked in the house, unpacked all my bags. Moolah and Callie were ecstatic to see Daddy had come home. My wife was kind of happy, too. I unpacked all my shit, put all my backpacks up, put all my hunting clothes up, put the suitcase up, took my gun out of the case, put the bullets up, put my gun up, got all settled back in, and goddamn, my pickup truck, someone made an attempt on trying to steal it. And I guess the neighbors kind of scared them off, and they spooked and got out there. She said, "You want to go take a look at your pickup truck and see what kind of damage they did to it?" And I said, "Well, I guess I ought to." So I took my keys out there. I tried to open the passenger side. I couldn't, because when they used that Slim Jim to open the window or open that lock, I guess it did something to the locking mechanism. So I went down to the driver's side. It opened up, and then goddamn, I saw the devastation. Just tore apart my goddamn steering column. Tore off part of the ignition where they had jimmied down in their screwdriver or whatever they do to try to turn that ignition to get that thing to turn over and fire. You talk about a goddamn mess. When you own something and you've paid for it with, your body, your cash, your livelihood, I'm proud of that pickup truck. I bought that something brand new. My Wikipedia page said I retired in 2003. That's the year I bought that pickup truck. I've had it ever since. And normally it sits over in the barn, the Broken Skull Ranch. I brought it back out here to Los Angeles when I sold the ranch. I get out there and I see my baby, my pickup truck, just fucked up all on the inside where these sumbitches, sorry sumbitches, tried to steal a sumbitch. And you just feel violated. Somebody been crawling around in your shit. That's my pickup truck. I don't know how many bumps I took. I don't know how many roads or miles I traveled down to be able to afford to buy that son of a bitch. I've had it for 14 years. And now some fucking cocksucker wants to try to break in it and steal it and drive it off. I don't want to go on too much of a tirade here. Nonetheless, I'm very passionate about my fucking truck. And then my wife hit me with the kicker. She said, "Well, guess what?" I said, "What?" She goes, "We had liability insurance on that pickup because you didn't drive it much down there at the ranch in Texas. So when I called the insurance company to tell them about the damage and to see if it's going to get covered, they said, no, it's not covered because it's not covered under the liability policy." And I said, "Well, motherfucker. We just did that to save money because the truck was sitting in the middle of nowhere in South Texas in a barn. And I had liability to cover the other side in case I got into an accident. It didn't cover theft, personal property, all that bullshit. So not only do these low-rent, low-life motherfuckers try to steal my pride and joy of my pickup truck, they also fuck me out of the goddamn money it's going to cost me to get my pickup truck fixed because they tried to steal my pickup truck. You talk about a fucking screw job. Fuck the Montreal screw job. This is the Austin pickup truck screw job. And hey, I ain't sitting here pissing and moaning to you. I'm just telling you this story because if it happened to me, it could happen to you. When I think about it, at 52 years of age, as many cars as I've had, as old as I am, goddamn, I've been lucky for this to be my first car that's ever been attempted or stolen. No one's ever tried to steal anything else that I've had. I don't even think I've ever been broken into. Shit, here in the main streets of L.A., I always read my neighborhood crime report. People get their windows bashed in. They leave their laptop computers on their seats of the cars and they make off with it and steal all their shit out of it. So my point to you, the moral of the story is, shit. Well, here's another story. I was taking Callie and Moolah on a walk the other day. I walk them every day. That's what you're supposed to do with your dogs, play with them. And I saw this car on the side of the road. Kind of a hunk of shit, but it was that person's car. And it had one of them clubs on the steering wheel. I was thinking to myself, man, who'd steal this motherfucker? Well, anybody'd steal that motherfucker, that's who. And whether the car was a hunk of shit or not, that's that person's car. And that's how they get around. They're proud of it. So it's very important to them. Said that club. So shit, I might go get me a club. I might get something. I got cameras all over the place out here in California as far as our residence is concerned, but it didn't cover right there in front of my house on that curb. So maybe get a little camera installed out there, but back to the moral of the story. Lock your shit up. My shit was locked up. If you got to get a club, get yourself a club. Take all your personal effects out of your center console, your glove compartment. Just keep the bare necessities in there. Maybe your insurance card or your registration. That's what I kept in mind. I kept about $40 in that center console just in case I ever forgot my billfold. I'd have some gas money. These people were so interested in stealing my pickup truck and trying to be so efficient, they didn't even raise up the center console. They stole my money too, and I'm glad they didn't. But nonetheless, it could have been a lot worse. Neighbors spooked them off, and now I got to pay for the damage. It is what it is. So, God damn it, protect yourself. Put a club on your steering wheel, and I think they probably had been riding around casing that pickup truck for quite a while. I hadn't been driving it very much. I'd been going to Nevada, and I've been driving my other vehicle. So it was funny. It was funny because, well, it wasn't funny. But the next day, just yesterday, I was out there when the tow truck came and picked it up, and there was one of those cards, those business cards, stuck in my driver's side window. It said, "We buy junk cars." So I called both them numbers. I blocked my number. Nobody answered. "Hey, motherfucker, that ain't a junk car." And I'm wondering if that's the motherfuckers that tried to steal my fucking pickup truck anyway. I don't got no proof. They didn't answer their phone call because I blocked my number, so I am suspicious. And while I was out there, damn work truck come slow riding by, 2 dudes in it, real slow, about 15 miles an hour. I was looking at them, and they was looking at me. And I was getting my truck ready to get on the tow truck. So I don't know what the fuck happened. But anyway, protect your shit, move it around, get you a club, take your valuables out of your car, and hopefully you don't get your vehicle stolen like mine almost did. And to the guys that tried to steal my truck,